Okay,
Mm-hmm.
to another artificial intelligence research episode. Today we are talking with Zhengjia Chen. I don't know how do you pronounce it?
Oh, you call me
Yeah.
Zhang Chen. It's better to call me Nelson Chen.
Nelson?
Uh-huh.
Okay, Nelson.
Mm.
So could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Can you wait a second?
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
it's, yeah, currently I'm an associate professor in University of Illinois at Chicago. I also the director of biostat research at University of Illinois Cancer Center.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So as you know, this is an artificial intelligence interview. So could you tell us about do you have any sort of experience with artificial intelligence in classes or your job?
So my major research is focused more on the kind of clinical trial to help to develop a new drug. We do have some uh, work related to artificial intelligence. It's not to the very high level yet. We just have kind of limited memory. For example, in my research, we we try to help the doctors, physicians to predict the kind of um, survival time after the patient diagnosis with a certain type of cancer, and based on on their kind of personnel person characteristic or and genomic profile, we use a kind of very important factor and put into the model. The model has been developed using the data of in the database such as NCTA, SEERS, a lot of database collect nationally. We use those kind of data to build up a model for the prediction of a certain type of cancer. For example, for breast cancer, we know that there's two genes, BRCA1 and BRCA2, as well as other age and race and treatment. Those kind of very important factor can predict how long the patient can survive after the diagnosis with cancer, breast cancer or other type of cancer, and also what kind of treatment they receive, and also depend on the their genomic profile. We can give kind of estimation how long the patient can survive in the future. That's one kind of project I work with. I think I've done many similar kind of this kind of project. In addition to that, I also work with several other doctors. And for example, we use the robotic to help do the surgery,
Oh,
different
wow.
kind of surgery. That's very more advanced project. Now we are applying for R1 from NIH to support our research to do surgery. In addition to that, the AI we call robotic have been help to make appointment for medical visit or bill and other things, and do a prescription online, and also do a lot of kind of very tedious stuff. You can replace those tedious stuff with a robotic instead of you hire a kind of research assistant or clinical assistant to do that. Those kind of another way for the utilization of artificial intelligence.
Hmm.
Mm. I I expect no robotic artificial intelligence will replace all the pharmacists in the future. The market of pharmacists will
Oh, really?
diminish. And some people even predict, in the future with the aid of AI or robotic, maybe the doctor and the job market for physician will diminish too. Who knows?
Yeah, wow.
Mhm.
That is true. Um, AI is like super helpful
Mhm.
for the medical field. And of course, it still needs to be developed more, but yeah, it's kind of funny thinking about how much it's helping the medical field, but how it could also sort of replace the people in
Mhm.
there. Very interesting.
Mhm.
I guess on that topic, what jobs do you think AI will replace, and what jobs do you think are sort of um that an AI can't replicate.
Wow, that's kind of a very bold prediction. I think, in my opinion, in the medical field, clinical assistant can replace to some part, but not 100%, right? And
Mm,
just as I talked before, you can make appointment and check the to record their kind of history of examination, things like that. They can replace kind of most of the clinical medical assistance job. In addition to that, I predict they can replace most of the job for pharmacists. Pharmacists, they take the prescription and get a drug from the stock place and put them
mhm,
together and deliver and give out through the window to the patients. Right? I think those kind of jobs will be replaced a lot. In terms of physician, they can help in the current stage for the foreseeable future. They can help physician to do a lot of work, but in order to totally replace physician, I don't think so.
mm, that's true.
Mm.
Yeah. Are you excited for the future of AI?
I'm sorry.
Are you excited for the future of AI?
Oh, definitely. Oh, and both way, AI will do a lot of kind of routine job and kind of entrance level or maybe medium level job, and to free a lot of manpower. That's a good thing to increase the efficiency. On the other way, because they do too much job, right? Maybe the employee rate will increase as well. That's the other bad part, the side effect as well, right? But I think benefit will overweigh the downside. I am very
Yeah,
excited about AI. The AI, the development AI depend more on the kind of calculation capability provided by the computer or other facilities.
for
I think in the
sure.
future, definitely AI will play an important role in the world.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Mm, mm.
Um, is there anything you want to see be developed in AI? Like, what's something that you want to exist?
To exist, I think there are a lot of scientists and engineer, smart scientists and engineer try to apply AI in everywhere. AI has been exist for for a long time, even since 1,000 years ago, from the Greek. And then the, the important era for AI start from 19th century, especially with the help of computer. So I think tooling it make a big push for development computer, and also AI depend on the capability of computer. And AI develop up and down for several cycle already. I think in terms of concept and algorithm and theory, they are highly related to the applied mathematics and statistics. Not much change in that part. The bigger part improvement is the computational skill and the chip to store more data and the power with the aid of computer. I think computer is a major thing to push AI forward.
Mm,
Now I think the company is doing very well. For example, such as Google, Amazon, and IBM. They have done a great job. They have great team for AI research and make AI into industry and use and make a lot of robots. First, Deep Blue and AlphaGo, those kind of things. They did very well already, and in terms of medicine, they have done Watson. In the future, I can see the robotic can help to do the surgery, because in terms of surgery, especially surgeon need a lot of training, and also need a kind of very stable personality
mm,
to do the surgery very quick and stably and faster. I think AI robotic or we call it agent can play a bigger and bigger role in this part.
Yeah. Deep Blue's the AI the chess AI, right?
Mm,
Yeah. I'm pretty interested in chess, I guess. It's very interesting seeing like
mm,
AI and things outside of work, I guess, like entertainment, sort of like chess or AI art. What's your opinion on AI art, by the way? Do you think it's comparable to human art? Is it is it worse if an AI makes an art piece compared to a human art piece?
Wow, because I'm not an artist, I I have some idea, but thinking and some comment may not be very kind of right. I think in terms of creation, AI that's a weakness part of AI. AI can learn from the traditional data experience and create a pattern to deal with the thing in the future.
Mm,
But art is kind of more creative and inspiration, right? Maybe AI will reach that part in some day, but currently I don't think AI can replace artists. Artists depend on, I think the most intelligent and most famous, outstanding artists are kind of genius. They were born with some idea, right? If not by training, AI depend more on training. So I think they kind of different. I don't see
yeah.
I don't think AI will play a big role in art. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Mm,
AI art is definitely like it's very fun and just cool to look at, but there are definitely some human aspects that AI can't really recreate.
mm-hmm.
Um, do you think that racial bias could be a big problem when it comes to AI?
I think uh, ethnicity problem is create is more related to the human. AI eventually is controlled by the human who developed the AI, right? As long as
Yeah.
that this problem associated with human being also associated with AI. So far, I don't see AI can be totally independent of human being. So if you say something ethnicity problem associated with bias or those kind of racist thing associated with AI, you should say it's because of human being who create and using the AI, right? AI so far to me still seems a kind of a tool,
Mm,
doesn't have a life yet. So that's my
definitely.
opinion.
So do you think AI will ever be sentient?
Tangent, intention. I'm sorry.
Sentient.
Sen, you mean? I'm sorry. Pardon.
Like, do you think they'll ever be like sort of alive and thinking and like a
Oh, okay.
human?
Yeah, and you mean this one? It could be. I see. We have seen a lot of movies say, "Oh, yeah, the AI is too intelligent, too independent, out of control of human being."
Mm,
It could happen someday, but right now, if for example AI depend on the power, right? If it cut off the power, it won't work anymore. Just like, but in terms of total independent of human being, it could be possible. You need to. So far, I'm not sure AI have reached that level yet to be creative and reproduce himself and evaluation itself, evolve itself. And AI is the more kind of control and program by human being and still under the control of human being just for aid of human being to achieve something difficult, physical difficulty or and work under an uncomfortable environment. They just helping us. I think
mm,
it's I would say 50-50. I cannot 100% rule out that maybe someday AI will be creative and totally independent of itself and reproduce themselves just like human beings reproduce themselves, try to compete with human being for the war. I think it's
Mm.
not, that one is still kind of fictional to me. I cannot 100% rule it out. Just like a foreigner, right? People say that it's foreigner, but nobody really see the foreigner. If you think foreigner is possible, AI could be another like foreigner. Right? That's my opinion.
Mm.
No absolute answer for this.
Yeah. How about privacy concerns? Because AI, of course, depends on data. And do you think that it's a problem that, or getting data from humans is going to be a problem, especially things like facial recognition? Facial recognition is already being used, and do you think it's a privacy concern to use facial recognition in like security or something?
Yeah, I think this is a big problem, a big concern for me. For example, right now we receive a lot of phone call, a lot of annoying harassment and outside, a lot of junk email and those kind of things. We cannot say totally because of AI, but people, because people use AI to achieve a kind of an illegal benefit or do something illegally to across the border of line. Because people with the aid of AI, human being can do a lot more things. And I think it's not a problem of AI, but AI can kind of enhance the capability of human being to reach out and grab other people's data and utilize their data and break in other people's privacy and do something unwanted by other people. I think this is a big problem. I said it is very urgent to set up some law to prohibit, to protect the privacy of human beings and protect human people from being harassed by others, people such as AI. I think it's not a problem of AI, but a problem people who are using AI to grab other people's based on a lot of data, try to break in other people's privacy. That's a big problem in these days.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
before, without the help of AI, the time and capability of human beings is limited. They cannot affect so many people, right? But now with help of AI, they can easily affect many people, or maybe everyone, right? For example, you see a lot of junk emails spread out everywhere. That's kind of a similar capability to the AI.
Yeah. Mm. Do you think that the human brain and a computer are like the same? Like, is the human brain essentially just a computer made out of cells instead of metal?
That's a very challenging question to answer. In my opinion, I don't think computer can compare to human beings' brain, because that's as I said before, AI is kind of programmed by human being. It follows some pattern to achieve some goal, and then make use the experience or the kind of conclusion to predict future. But human being can come up some new idea inspired by something in the nature. So in terms of creativity, I think human being is much better than the brain. The brain of human being is much better than the computer. And I think computer is more logical, it's more simple, more predictable. But human's brain is more complicated and creative and maybe less reliable and less accurate as the computer. In terms of creativity, I think human being is much better. I don't think in my life I will see a computer brain can beat human beings' brain in terms of creativity. But if, for example, to playing Go or chess, computer can do better than human brain, because they can learn faster, they are more they can repeat it, they can stand more strength, right, and make less mistake. But in terms of innovation, I think brain is still much better.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah, actually, I'm running out of time. Sorry,
Mhm.
but one last question I want to ask, or no, two. One
Mhm.
is, do you think AI will ever rule the world or control the world?
That's like kind of question nobody can really give the answer in my foresee. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I
just like
still,
opinion.
in my opinion, I think AI still will be kind of a tool of human being. I don't see they can really kind of become independent, evolve like to be a kind of a new creature and reproduce themselves and do everything themselves outside of control of human being. I don't think so. I don't. But if we don't use the AI carefully, they may cause some devastation to the human being, such as break the privacy or ruin some other people's life by some people evilly using the AI. That's possible. That's force.
Mm.
What's the other question again? I forgot.
Oh, the other question is, if an AI robot woman asked you out, would you give her a chance?
1 minute? Sorry.
If a robot woman, like an
Mm-hmm.
AI lady,
Mm-hmm.
asked you on a date, would you say yes?
Okay, that's a very funny question. It depends. Some people. In my opinion, AI can do a lot of service to you and the company to you and talk to you and chat with you
Hmm.
and help you. That's for sure. Beyond that, AI is not a human being. Human being has need to have more connection in terms of feeling those emotional stuff. I don't think it will totally can replace the kind of marriage or partner, just partner, those kind of things, right? They can do a
Yeah.
lot of the duty, but in terms of 100% replace human being, I don't think so. But sometimes you have a AI to help you to serve you, and I think it's a good idea. It's a good help, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely.
100% replacement of human being, I don't think so.
Mm.
Especially when you are old, your children and all your other people people may not help. Human being cannot do as good job as a robotic. I think robotic will play a bigger role. I can see in the future to take care of elderly, old people. Especially those incapable people, because they don't have AI have no feeling, right? They're not tired as long as you supply power, so they can do maybe do a better job in a certain time or certain kind of service. I think AI will be will play a bigger role in that part, as I can see.
Mm. Definitely.
Mm.
Okay. I think that's the end of our
Mhm.
interview today.
Mhm.
So thank you so much for agreeing to do this.
Mhm.
I
Thank you
learned
so
a
much for
lot.
giving the opportunity to talk about my kind of my opinion. Maybe some of them are biased about AI.
Yeah, no problem.
Mhm.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And in that case, goodbye.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
yeah,
Bye. Have a nice day.
you too.